So we're going to try to stop the leak on a diverter valve, on a Whirlpool, KitchenAid, whatever, dishwasher. I think it's coming from the sealing surface between this little shaft and a seal inside. That you can't buy anywhere locally. You can get it on Amazon though, which is what I'm doing, but I currently have a kitchen full of dishes that I would like to wash, not by hand. So we're going to try to do something to maybe get us by until this new part arrives. So let's talk about what that is. Alright, so the goal is to be able to use something that you could go out and get immediately, and we're going to try putting some heat shrink on this shaft to try to take up some of the extra space in that bushing that this sits on until the new part gets here. So to start with, we're going to figure out which one of these fits best or tightest over the shaft without or before heat shrinking it. I measured it with calipers and it's 6mm, and so if I grab one of these 6mm pieces, it fits pretty okay over the shaft, but the important thing that we want to do is trim it so that it doesn't interfere with this, I don't know, whatever feature is at the end of this shaft, because it interfaces with another piece, so we don't want to mess with that, and we also don't want to go over this little ridge that you can hear, can't see, on the shaft, because that serves some kind of purpose, and we don't want to completely smooth that over. We want to leave that there so it can do whatever job it was meant to do. So we're going to use the 6mm heat shrink, put that on, and see if it will seal that gap. Alright, so I've cut a piece that fits okay, and it is about 12.5mm, so about 125. 12.5 millimeters, which sounds right because people like numbers that end in 5, so that's probably about the right length of that part of the shaft. So we will shrink that on, reinstall it, and see if we were successful or not. When trying to shrink this on, it's important not to heat up anything that you don't want to, so try and angle whatever you're using away from the rest of this little piece, and just try to do the end of this and use a reasonably low temperature. This is going to be set to 200 degrees Celsius, 400-ish Fahrenheit, and to heat this hopefully without deforming this plastic piece underneath. So let's do that. So if we take a look inside, we can see the blue we can see the blue heat shrink coming through that gasket. So if the problem is in the interface between that shaft and the gasket, this should hopefully take up some of that space. Obviously, if the problem is anywhere else on that gasket, then this isn't going to do anything, but we'll see. So I was able to verify that that's working, and there we have no leaks, so I'm going to reinstall it into the counter, and then we'll replace that part when it arrives. Hopefully it will last through that. Good luck.